Google doesn't think that I can run a 5K PR in the snow. But what Google doesn't know is that proving people/AI overviews wrong is my highest motivation. So today, I'll be competing in the prestigious Yeti Chase 5K to prove to all those search engines out there that they don't know me and that I can do the impossible and set a 5K PR in the snow. Good morning. Today it's a big day. I'm racing a 5K. I'm excited about this because I haven't raced since November, Thanksgiving, and I'm doing a half marathon in less than 2 weeks, so it'll be really good to get in a race effort, remember a little bit what that feels like, and just go hard. However, it is snowy outside, and so I'm not sure how good the conditions will be. I don't have a specific time goal or anything. It's really just for fun. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear outside. We are on the way to the 5K right now. How you feeling, Spence?
I mean, I'm not hopeful that it's gonna work out where we can run really fast.
Yeah.
So, this lighting though, holy sh**. It's
yeah, so it's very snowy. The race director posted on their Facebook page and said that it's pretty slick on the course. However, we still have a couple hours, so potentially the sun could come out, help make it a little bit better traction. If not, we're just gonna go out there and see what we can do. Obviously, we're gonna be safe, but hopefully I can still go pretty hard, get a good workout out of it. We'll just have to see.
It's 12 degrees outside, so I don't think the sun's gonna do anything.
It could be. Look, the race is 45 minutes from where we're at, so I'm just hoping that the weather conditions are drastically different.
They said the sun's not out where we're going to, so.
Can you tell which one of us is an optimist and which one's a realist/pessimist? This is gonna go front and center. Gold. I don't know if having ice cleats on top of Vaporflies undoes the effects. I don't think this has been tested in the lab. Just have to hope for the best. The traction is not that good, so we need to have ice cleats on, but I've never raced in ice cleats, and I also don't know, even with them on, if the traction will be good. So this is definitely going to be a bit of a, I don't know if there's really much of a word for it other than cluster. We don't really know what's going to happen here. I'm really worried these are going to fall off. If these come off mid-race, it's just over. I'm nervous. Wow, riding on this one, Yetis to chase. If I don't catch the Yeti, I just don't know who will, so I really got to get these ice cleats to stay on.
We'll get started shortly, maybe 10 minutes.
There was a 10-minute race delay, so I had time to go change into a different pair of ice cleats. I have time to go to the porta potty again. It's great. But yeah, these new cleats, they're just the ticket. There are so many more people here than I thought there would be. I thought we were hardcore for showing up in this weather. No. There's 500 people. No. We're not special. I don't know how long it is until we start. I gotta wait till the last possible second to take these pants off. So yes, since this is the Yeti Chase 5K, the Yetis start first and then we chase them.
3, 2, 1, go!
My 5K road PR is 15:47, but altitude converted, that's 16:23, which is a pace of 5:17 per mile. So Spence and I were out quick, and I was gunning for that time because I need to prove to Google that it doesn't know me. Spence was pretty far out in front of me because, well, he's faster than me, and it was motivating to be able to see him up ahead and just try to keep pace a little bit, even though he did slowly keep getting more of a gap. And the ice cleats were definitely making my feet feel a little bit heavier than usual, but they were super worth it for the traction that I had. I didn't feel scared that I was going to fall or slip or hurt myself, and I wasn't sliding around very much while I was running, which was great, and I ended up being able to go through the first mile in 5:17, which is right on pace for my PR. However, the first mile was severely downhill, which meant that it probably should have been faster, and also mile 2 was very uphill. I swear that the ice and snow made this hill 35 times worse. I am not exaggerating. I felt like I hit a literal brick wall during this mile. So I ended up going through the second mile in 5:44, which is way off of the pace that I was going for and made me start to lose hope in my PR. But I didn't lose all hope because I was going into this race very well hydrated. As I'm approaching this half marathon and I've been training really hard, it's so important for me to stay hydrated, which is why I've been relying on Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte beverage that has a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It has everything you need and nothing that you don't, and I've been using it before, during, and after training to make sure that I'm staying optimally hydrated. And even though it's the winter and it's cold outside and I don't have as many thirst sensations this time of year, I actually hydrate enough with Element because it tastes so good. I'm just motivated to drink more. If you'd like to try Element, you can get a free sample pack with any order. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or check out the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. Spence came through the finish and was looking strong, and I was about a minute behind him at this point, so he had time to finish and then watch me take a wrong turn. Yeah. I started going down the wrong side of the chute, so had to turn that around and then come back home, but I was feeling strong at this point. I had made it through that uphill mile, and the third mile was more rolling, so did not feel nearly as bad, and I ended up coming through the finish in a time of 17:24, which at first glance you might think is not a PR, but let me explain exactly why it is. This race had a number of conversion factors. First, we had the altitude of almost 6,000 feet, that's 12 seconds a mile. Then there was the ice, which is 10 seconds per mile. Next was the cold, which it was only 17 degrees. That affects your ability to put out power and to breathe. Don't argue with me, it's science. Then hills, also science. That's at least 8 seconds a mile, probably more, but I don't want to exaggerate here. Ice cleats, they took away the effects of the super shoes. That's minus 7 seconds a mile. Total, minus 43 seconds a mile. So my initial 5K time of 17:24 is 5:36 per mile, but with the minus 43 seconds per mile conversion, that is 4:54 per mile, which is actually a 15:13 5K. We can then subtract 5 seconds for the wrong turn and the impeding Yeti, which brings my final 5K time to 15:03, a 44-second PR.
Slow. I think shorts were a bad call. My legs were very cold. It was a little slick, kind of hilly, and I started to go the wrong way into the chute. But other than that, great, you know? Just what you want, a little half marathon tune-up.
I was just saying, people, if there's ever a race to basically take all of your confidence and throw it in the trash can before a half marathon, it's this race, considering we just both ran a 5K about 20 seconds slower per mile than our goal for a half marathon.
Yeah.
Spencer actually wasn't aware of all the conversion factors, so we ended up running way faster than our half marathon pace once you took everything into account, and we had a great time. I mean, in all seriousness, this actually was a really fun event, and it was well put together and organized, and afterwards we just went on a little cool down jog, enjoyed the beautiful scenery, and basked in the fact that I know more about myself than Google does.
I feel like it's that type of weather that's like warmer when you're standing than when you're running. You know what I mean?
The wind.
Yeah. Exactly. air resistance